You look crazy. You know. So like when Jesus was hanging up on the cross, he said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." That was a righteous act, because by right he should have been angry with them, because I've healed the sick, I raised the dead, I proven to you my essence, and you still denied me. You know, Peter said, "Lord, I ain't gonna deny you." He said, "Oh, you gonna deny me before the rooster crows. You ain't gonna deny me once, but you gonna deny me 3 times." So the 3 times that he denied him, to where that now look at Peter, he was looked at as if he was denying the Lord, when he really had to tell a field to stay out of trouble. Because if he didn't tell the woman that he didn't know the Lord, then they wanted to persecute and crucify him as well. So he had to protect his life by telling the woman, "I don't even know Christ."
Somebody had to live to tell the story.
Somebody had to live to tell the story. So he said, "You can't even take up for me if you wanted to. So stop trying to be right as if you got my back, when you don't. Your mind ain't even strong enough to deal with the struggles I'm dealing with." And that's how people really would try to manipulate you out of your strength that God gave you, is by trying to do right by you, but they want to do righteous by you. Don't do right by me just for me to give you something back. You manipulated me. You got something out of me because you knew if you do right by me, I'm going to right. You gave me the shirt off your back just to prove that you that kind of person. But you should never take clothes from a naked individual. Never let a naked man sell you clothes.
Right.
Hear that, Sherry? Never let a naked man sell you clothes.
Right.
Because he's getting over on you for some reason. Why would he give you his last? But the only reason they give you the last is because they're trying to prove something to you. But when you operate in righteousness, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody. So if you up, you up. If you down, you down. But righteousness is going to prevail any direction that you're in. And that's what the scriptures say. He leads me in the path of righteousness. Or another one, he say, he making me lie down in green pastures. When he said he making me to lie down in green pastures, the study I did on this one was that the shepherd gives the sheep enough grass to lay in, grass enough for him to eat, and grass enough for him to rest. But he don't put him in enough of a field where he can eat too much, but he put him in enough of a field where he can rest and eat. I said, God is so great that he put us in a place where that we don't overkill ourselves by, taking in too much, more than we should. Almost like gluttony.
Right.
So he puts us in a place where we can rest and eat. But we can't eat too much, because if we eat everything, we'll eat up our rest in your life. Because you don't need might to get the job done. You don't need power to get the job done. All you need is his spirit. So the only reason you're tired in this season is because of you using your strength instead of his spirit. But if you stay focused on his spirit, you would never you'll never get depleted of your own strength. The only reason I'm tired is because I ain't dependent on Christ. But if I'm dependent on my faith, there's no reason for me to get tired. If I keep my emotions out of the way.